The process of producing honey in a factory involves harvesting, filtering, heating, and packaging raw honey from honeycombs. Factories follow a controlled and efficient process to preserve the honey's natural qualities while ensuring it meets quality and safety standards. Here's a step-by-step breakdown. 1. Collection and transport of honeycombs. 1. Bee farm harvesting. Beekeepers collect honey-filled combs from beehives. 1. They typically use a smoker to calm bees, which reduces aggression and allows for a safer harvest. 2. Transport to factory. Once harvested, the honeycombs are transported to the factory in sealed containers to avoid contamination and exposure to external elements. 2. Honey extraction. 1. Uncapping the honeycombs. The honeycombs are placed into a machine known as a decapper. 1. This machine removes the wax caps that bees use to seal the honey cells, making the honey accessible. 2. Centrifugal extraction. Honeycombs are placed into a large centrifuge extractor. 2. The machine spins rapidly, using centrifugal force to pull the honey out of the honeycomb cells without damaging them. 3. Honey collection. The extracted honey drips to the bottom of the centrifuge, where it is collected and transferred to a settling tank. 3. Filtration. 1. Primary filtration. The raw honey is filtered to remove large particles, such as pieces of wax, dead bees, and other impurities. 1. The initial filtration uses a coarse mesh to catch large debris. 2. Fine filtration. The honey is passed through a finer filter to remove smaller particles. 2. Some manufacturers use diatomaceous earth or other filtering materials to further purify the honey. 3. Heating, optional. Some factories gently heat the honey to around 45–50 degrees Celsius, 113,122 degrees Fahrenheit, to make it more fluid and easier to filter. 3. However, excessive heating can destroy beneficial enzymes and nutrients, so it's controlled carefully. 4. Storage and crystallization control. 1. Storage tanks. After filtration, the honey is stored in large stainless steel tanks. 1. This allows any remaining impurities or air bubbles to rise to the top, further improving its quality. 2. Crystallization management. If the honey is intended to remain liquid, it may undergo pasteurization or a controlled crystallization process. 2. Rapid cooling is sometimes used to delay crystallization, keeping honey smooth and pourable. 5. Quality testing. 1. Moisture content. The factory lab checks honey moisture levels, as high moisture can cause fermentation. 1. Ideal moisture content is typically below 18%. 2. Purity testing. Honey is tested for potential contaminants, including pesticides, antibiotics, and added sugars. 3. Color and flavor. The honey is analyzed for color, consistency, and taste, ensuring it meets flavor profiles. 3. The quality testing process helps differentiate honey varieties, such as clover or wildflower honey. 6. Blending, optional. 1. Consistency in flavor and color. Some factories blend honey from different sources to achieve a uniform taste and color. 1. For instance, a batch of clover honey may be blended with wildflower honey to create a specific flavor profile. 2. Batch homogenization. Blending also ensures that large batches have consistent moisture content and texture, which can be especially important in commercial honey production. 7. Pasteurization, optional. 1. Low-temperature pasteurization. If required, honey is pasteurized by heating it gently to about 60–65 degrees Celsius, 140,149 degrees Fahrenheit, for a brief period to kill yeast that could lead to fermentation, especially in honey with slightly higher moisture content. 1. Care is taken to retain honey's natural enzymes and nutrients. 2. Cooling. The honey is rapidly cooled to room temperature to prevent excessive exposure to heat. 8. Bottling and packaging. 1. Automated bottling. Honey is poured into bottles or jars on a conveyor belt system, with machines accurately dispensing set quantities into each container. 2. Sealing and labeling. Bottles are sealed with tamper-proof caps, then labeled with product information, including origin, batch number, and expiration date. 3. Secondary packaging. Bottles are packed into boxes for shipping. 3. Some manufacturers also wrap individual bottles in plastic film to prevent leaks. 9. Storage and distribution. 1. Warehouse storage. Once packaged, the honey is stored in a temperature-controlled warehouse to prevent crystallization or fermentation before distribution. 2. Distribution. The finished honey is shipped to retail stores, online vendors, or food manufacturers. 2. Distribution practices ensure that the honey maintains its quality and safety for the end consumer. 10. Quality control and traceability. 1. Record keeping. Each batch of honey is documented with detailed information on its origin, processing stages, and quality checks. 2. Periodic testing. Factories may conduct routine testing on random samples to ensure that honey continues to meet industry standards for purity, consistency, and taste. The honey processing steps preserve the natural flavor and properties of honey, ensuring it's ready for safe consumption while retaining as much nutritional value as possible.